He's going to keep waiting. They have no clue. I love how much the guard are waiting here. Approach. The timing is perfect. How many can he get out of this? He has to get 3. 1, 2. Not the third. Jonah P stays alive, and now Brock's job is a whole lot harder. And indeed, it's Jonah P to get the frag.
In today's video, we will be talking about how the guard lost to Ghost Gaming 13-1 on Haven and why this could spell the end of the guard's dominance in North America. Guards were dominating in NA in the previous stage of the VCT. It almost seemed like they came out of nowhere and were destroying top teams like Optic and Cloud9. They were the #1 team from North America going into Masters Iceland, ranking above the eventual champions Optic Gaming. In fact, during the playoff game versus Optic, they pushed Optic to the limit and barely lost that match. But after that loss, it seems like the guard has lost all their firepower. They have been on an unexpected losing streak, currently sitting at the bottom of their group at VCT Challengers. So let's look over their most recent match against Ghost Gaming to try to figure out why they're losing so much. Let's first take a look at the agents and the roles of the guard as they made some changes on their team, as this will be an important topic later in the video. We have Valorant and Trent playing their usual roles of Omen and Sky, but Saya, Jonah P and Net have changed roles. Saya went from the primary duelist in Jet or Raze with countless aggression and prominent defense side opping to now being a chamber player. Now for Jonah P, who was usually their support player in agents like Breed, Sage or Viper, to now being the man with the plan on Jet. Lastly, we have Net, who was the Sentinel or chamber player and now swapped over to Jonah P's old role of support. The guard starts with a 4-1 fast B fake into a C split. This strat would have worked beautifully if not for Ghost's stellar flood setup. Ghost has Breach, Fade, Raze and Astra all ready to retake B or C fast. The guard recognized this setup after dogging into Garage and hearing all of the rotators outside Garage window, so Valen calls for rotate all the way back to A. Unfortunately for the guard, we have Koala on chamber playing towards A long, which is excellent positioning for Ghost as this allows plenty of time for all the B and C players to rotate A, because Ghost can get so much information early on. If Koala were to play on site jump spotting for info, Ghost would only have 3 to 5 seconds to rotate and help Koala. But since Koala is playing bricks on A long, this basically triples the amount of time to 10 to 15 seconds of rotation time, which is incredibly important. Koala gets a great first kill on Trent and TPs away. The guard enters the post plan with little to no utility, as well as getting flanked by Ghost at the same time, and the round is closed out with a smooth retake and complemented with great shots from Koala.
It's going to be real slow, at least for all these players here on Ghost, but more importantly, the guard. They don't have any sort of watch back over towards short or over and long. That makes it even worse. Koala noob! This is all just a firing range for him as he takes down 3. Valen now the last one remaining, and of course he goes down.
In the next round, the guard slowly walks up C long and are able to get onto the site as well as get 2 kills.
This could get dangerous.
Proto, so with the Spectre, it should be a whole lot of damage from him alone, but it actually only equates into 1 frag. Koala noob. He's trying to take one
but
back.
swiftly gets swept away from Ghost Gaming's gun and utility advantage.
Equalize things down to a 3v3.
Now we have, but still plentiful utility after shot gone in. The Prowlers follow up. They haven't even gotten the spike plant down, but this retake is already full force. Nismo for the first, Brock here as well, and there's just nothing doing for guard. Well controlled by Ghost Gaming.
Round 3, guard starts off with another 4-1 default, but Jonah P gets caught off guard by breach stun and spammed by Nismo. With 120 left on the clock and the guard having 0 map control, this is going to be a common theme throughout the whole game, and it's one of the main reasons why the guard falls apart and lose the game 13-1. Now at 115, the guard starts prying into A lobby and up A long and are doing what's called contacting. Contacting is when an attacker team does not want the defender team to know where they are by throwing utility, so instead they shift walk up as far as they can until the defender team sees the attacker and takes contact. Once contact is made, the supporting players of the guard use their utility to help their team get the kill. In this instance, it's Valen's Omen Paranoia that will blind John and yield guard a free kill. Unfortunately, contacting is risky, as we can see later in the round when the guard forget about Nismo on A short and he gets a very big kill on Saya, which disrupts the guard's post plant and ends up losing the round. Now the reason why contacting is risky is because the guard could have played the round normally and used Skydog and other util to clear Nismo out of A short and make it a 4v4 again. The guard starts his eco round off with the 3-2 default, trying to work picks and make it a 5v4. Fast forward into the round, we see guard trying to put pressure towards C and get a kill, but they end up rotating off and going towards A as Valen smokes off the chamber chip in garage, making Ghost believe that it's going to be a C split. With Valen getting shot in the back, this forces guard to rush into A, and the guard just have no chance against Ghost as Ghost has a massive gun, utility, and man advantage. Again, the guard's doing a 4-1 default towards middle, leaving A completely open for Ghost to take control of, which is exactly what Ghost does, as they have Koala peek towards A short, and now this entire line of info is going to buy Ghost 10-20 seconds worth of rotation time. Since Koala is towards A short, this allows Brock to rotate all the way over to C and stack the C side with his teammates. The guard attempts to take garage, but Jonah P gets caught off guard with Fade C's and Astro Gravity and yields Niswa a free kill. So Ghost have 4 people towards C ready to deny the guard, as Ghost Chamber has still not moved from A short. After trading kills, guard eventually takes C side with Valen planting the bomb and entering a 1v2 TP to garage, but eventually falls to Ghost in a very uncomfortable 1v2. The guard starts off another round with no map control, as they basically stack 5 towards middle, and yet again Ghost takes full advantage of this, with Nismo double satcheling into A lobby and getting help from Fade and Breach, which allows both of them to rotate and gets Nismo A lobby control very easily. Jonah P attempts to take middle without any utility from his teammates, which yields Koala a very easy kill, and the guard starts off another round with 4v5 with no map control due to Jonah P on his new jet roll. Later in the round, the guard attempts a C split and get instantly dominated by both Fade and a Breach ult, which would not have even been possible if the guard stopped defaulting 4 people to one spot. Instead, they could have spread their players across the map and put pressure on A to keep both Breach and Fade towards A. Combine those insane ults with a Prado and Ghost wrapping up the round flawlessly.
And while the paranoia comes through, how comes the nightfall? No one can hear a thing, and a Proto is thriving in this situation. 3 picked on up. John to close, a Prime Gaming flawless from nothing.
And you guessed it, the guard starts off another round with 5 people towards A, and Koala just has a field day with this op peeking A short, and then another great shot towards A long.
Doesn't matter, no chance for Saya player to even get a shot off now, 2 rounds in a row.
Okay, Koala.
What?
He's having one of those games already.
Koala falls as John trades, and then we enter a 4v2 post plan, and again the guard has no chance and makes Jonah P save the op. The guard are worrying me. They start yet again towards A with 5 people, Nismo doing what he did in round 6, but the guard are here this time to get punished again. But Nismo misses his shot and falls back towards Brick. At 1:15, the guard finally takes control of A lobby and pushes Ghost back into the site. Guard starts her execute with 55 seconds left on the clock and gets shut down from Ghost 3-man stack and utility dump. This round is the first and the only round the guard wins, so let's see how they do it. The guard are still doing their 4-1 default, but with a slight and important difference. Valen is smoking A long, and the smoke is blocking the vision of A long, which makes Ghost to have to fall back and re-clear. Now something really cool is done by Ghost here. They use Fade utility to clear out A long, with the Fade eye using this lineup. After clearing out long, they fall back towards short using Fade's Prowler to clear out all these angles, which allows Ghost to yet again rotate early towards B and C, which is where the guard are leaning to hit. The guard's strategy is similar to what they just did with Valen's Omen Smoke, but this time it's going to be towards Garage with Jonah P's Jet Smoke. The guard Skydog into Garage, taking control of it, and then Jonah P breaks the chamber trip and smokes the Garage hallway to make Ghost wonder, are they still in Garage or are they in window? So during this time of confusion, guard fall back out of Garage and execute on B. Valen gets spammed through the smoke on the execute, but the site is empty and the bomb gets planted. Now it's a 4v5 for the guard, and they need to get a kill and equalize the numbers. Instead, they opt to fall out of the site and play post plan with spam. Now after great individual decision making and skill from both teams, with a Prado on the C long flank as well as Net with the Garage flank, the guard finally win their first round. But unfortunately, it will be their only round win for this entire game. We start off this round similar to last round with Omen smoking A long to deny info, combined with Sky flash out A long as well as a jet smoke towards A short to deny info. The idea of this round is same as last, fake pressure towards one side and then instantly hit the other side. But the guard unfortunately did not prepare for Koala, who was pushed to the A long smoke with his chamber ult and got all the information towards A and said to his teammates, "There's no one A, it's a fake, rotate C," which is exactly where the guard is heading towards. The guard executed on C with Jonah P dashing on site with supportive utility from Trent and Net, but unfortunately could not make it work, and Prado gets the kill on Jonah P but is traded back, making it a 4v4. As Ghost rotates, Nismo catches Valen off guard, making it a 4v3 retake. Due to being a man down, Net feels pressure to make a play and pushes into garage to try to make it a 3v3 but falls, and then it becomes a 4v2 retake and it's almost impossible to win it for the guard. This round starts off aggressive as Ghost fights towards middle with 4 players, which is the first time Ghost has done this and is intended to catch the guard off guard, which it does just as Trent falls in window, giving Ghost advantage yet again. Fast forward to 125, we see a great mid-round call by Jet, smoking the A lobby cross and regrouping towards C. As the Jet smokes lands, Koala is just in range to hear the Jet smoke land towards A lobby, which pulls all the rotates towards A. Now in terms of why Ghost decided to rotate 4 members to A side instead of just Fade and Chamber, comes down to a few factors. Number 1, Chamber or Fade make a panic comm of they're coming back A, the Jet smoked A lobby. Or number 2, they have a set retake with Fade's ult on C and they know they can win a C retake with it, so they're willing to stack A and rotate C and use the Fade ult for the retake. Either way, the guard made a great mid-round call even if they only rotated one of the C players A instead of both. This is exactly what the guard are missing from the team right now to return back to the previous form of dominating NA. So the guard takes the opportunity and takes C side for free, but when it comes down to the retake, we have to remember that Ghost has this Fade ult and it's gonna cause a lot of trouble for the guard. As Ghost is just dumping all their utility from Fade ult to Breach Aftershock to Raze ult and combining great individual play from Prado with a very delayed flank on C long as the retake starts. The guard played this round great, but Ghost just had every advantage possible. They had man advantage, gun advantage, utility advantage, and ult advantage. But this is the type of round we want to see more from the guard in order to resurrect their dominance. The guard starts off the final round in the attacking half with a lot of early pressure towards top B, trying to take early fights and early map control with their poor weaponry as they have no money left to buy anything but Spectres. The guard gets shut down very quickly as Ghost has so much utility on the choke point of top B that it is impossible to get into B. So the guard cancel and decide to wait out the clock and wait for something to happen, with Net sitting outside A lobby holding for a push and the rest of the team sitting towards middle. Fast forward to 35 seconds left on the clock, the guard ends up re-hitting the B site, but the guard has not made any pressure anywhere else on the map, which just allowed Ghost to sit in their perfect setup and just wait for the execute to happen. Again, another mistake from the guard's IGL. They execute into the site, forcing through A-Link and getting close with their poor guns to try to make best use of their Spectres in close range, which ends up working as they're able to get kills and turn it into a 2v1 for the guard. But Prado pulls out a miracle 1v2, winning the final round of the first half, making it 11-1.
Positions, what are they spawning? Could it actually work? Spike planted in front, and it does work! Valen and Trent able to combine for 3. A Proto trying to be a hero, but with 20 HP, just a paper cut should be able to do it. Valen with a couple of shots through the smoke, expecting that Proto should be off the defuse. And indeed he is! But a Proto! Through the smoke! Takes down Valen! And he is gonna get the defuse!
To wrap up this video, the guard switch halves and lose the pistol and the following round, making it a 13-1 loss for the guard. And to name some of the common mistakes and things that need to be changed for the guard to start winning again is first, their roles. The guard need that side player firepower on the attack side to lead the charge and make those miracle plays and get those kills to get the ball rolling. As well as changing all of the guard's roles back to the same with Net and Jonah P. Another mistake that needs to be fixed is their default, and the guard needs to stop playing 4-1 or 5 people towards one spot and try to brute force their way into a bomb site, as the meta is shifting into a meta where you have to have team comps with stacks of utility like we saw today versus Ghost, which just shuts down team like guard who want to 5-man hit sites. This has been it from beyAz. Thank you for watching and let us know what you think of these long form videos.